What's going on, guys? In this video, we are going to talk about a freestanding heavy bag versus a hanging heavy bag and which one might be best for you in your home gym. Before we get started, if you want to show us some love, hit that like button and that subscribe button so we can keep this thing going, and you can follow along on our journey as we grow this channel. All right, first off, let's start with one simple thing: intention. What are your intentions with a heavy bag in your home gym? If you are looking just to get like a workout, work up a sweat, and you don't have a lot of technique behind you, and you're kind of just starting out, and you just want to have a bag in the home gym that you can really just put some cardio into, put some cardio work into, then a freestanding heavy bag might be what you're looking for. That said though, if you do like the aesthetics or the aura that a heavy bag kind of puts into a home gym, you have a place to hang it, and you want to be able to develop power and build up your skills, yeah, by all means, a heavy bag could be a good option as well. Now, if you do have some skill behind you, some training, and you're looking to supplement your current training by doing some additional training at home and having a bag at home, then primarily you would be looking at a hanging bag, ultimately because you have the technique and the ability to put a little more power into a bag, and freestanding bags get knocked around a little bit. As they get knocked around, that could be aggravating, but it's not too cumbersome. It's not like a deal breaker. But again, because of the technique you have and the amount of power, and then you, of course, if you do train and you train at a gym, and again, you're just trying to supplement your training at home, then you probably have hit hanging heavy bags and you prefer that style of bag. So that's probably what you're primarily going to go with. But I'm advanced and I happily train on a freestanding bag. The reason being is I like the opportunity I'm given to move around the bag. So it helps with my footwork and my flow and just working my combinations. When a heavy bag is hanging, you can't move around it. You can move like in a semicircle, but you can't move all the way around it. So I like having the ability to use both, and I am a fan of both. But when I drill down to the bare bones, I would say that a freestanding bag is ultimately for cardio training, like cardio kickboxing, cardio boxing, cardio Muay Thai. It's for someone to get a sweat and to get a movement in. I don't believe it's really there for you to develop your power. On the other side, I believe a hanging heavy bag is there for you to really put some power into it, to really work on some kicks to condition your shins, your punches, really getting snap into your punches. I believe that the hanging heavy bag is there for you to really put some power into it. And that can really give you a good workout. And again, if you're looking to enhance your skills, you absolutely can enhance your skills on a freestanding bag. But if you really want to get to a serious level of training, I believe a hanging bag has to kind of become part of the arsenal. Now, something you really have to consider when it comes to getting a freestanding heavy bag or a hanging heavy bag is space. What is the space that you're working with? If you have your home gym is in a bedroom, I don't think you can hang a bag in there. I'm fairly certain. And honestly, even a freestanding heavy bag would be hard to put in there because it'll move around. So I just don't see that being an option if you're trying to train in a bedroom. So if you're looking to put a heavy bag into your home gym, I have to assume your home gym is either going to be in your basement or in a garage. In those areas, hanging a heavy bag can be cumbersome. If you do it in your basement, I know that they hang it up on the rafters, but when you hit the bag, it slides, side to side on the rafters. It's very annoying. A freestanding heavy bag could be the better option. Know that again, if you hit it, depending on how much weight you put in the bottom, I prefer to fill mine up with water. I have done sand before, and if you put sand in those things, they are not moving, but it becomes very hard for you to move them around as well. So consider that. So a freestanding heavy bag in your basement or your garage, it's very simple. You put it in there and it's ready to go. You roll it into a corner when you're done with it. You pull it out of a corner when you're ready to do it. And it's just very easy when it comes to space. So when it comes to space, that is the better option. As far as hanging heavy bags go, like I said, you can hang it through like ceiling rafters and all that stuff, but that's really hard. You can try to find a stud. I've never seen people pull it off successfully. So your options become getting a heavy bag, a hanging heavy bag stand. Now let me show you some images of a couple, and these are fine if all you're going to do is box, and if you don't hit very hard. But if you are kicking, or if you hit really hard, these stands don't do well, and they get knocked around just like a freestanding heavy bag. So if you are dead set on getting a hanging heavy bag, a solid hanging heavy bag, then what you will need, and what I recommend, is getting like a hangman steel bar that you hang your bag on, which you will have to actually drill into your floor, because the hangman, you're going to have to bolt it into the ground, into your concrete. If that is the commitment you're willing to make to have a hanging heavy bag, then that is the only way I would have a hanging heavy bag in my basement or my garage. All right, now let's talk price. Outwardly, the hanging heavy bag is going to be less expensive. The hanging heavy bags range between $200 and $300, and that's for quality bags. I think the most expensive bag I have in my gym is a 200-pound Everlast 6-foot tie bag, and I don't know if they even make those anymore, but it was my favorite bag. I was training with 10 years ago, and I just made sure when I opened my gym that I got one of those. It is very expensive, but again, it's 200. It's a thick 200-pound bag, so I can really put a lot of power into it. It doesn't swing around. That is my favorite bag. That one cost $500. The other bags I have are Outslayer, which is a great brand. They have a lifetime guarantee that the innards never shift around, which so far so good. I've had them for 6 years. Those bags cost $200 to $300. So I think you're going to top out around $200 to $300. You may see some $400 or $500 ones, but on average, you're going to pay between $200 to $300 for a hanging heavy bag. For freestanding heavy bags, you are going to pay on an average $400 to $500. I cannot wrap my head around why these things are so expensive, because the material they're made of doesn't even feel as nice as a hanging heavy bag, and the bottom is plastic. So I don't know why they're so expensive, but freestanding heavy bags are $400 or $500, some are even $600. So when it comes to price, those are the more expensive ones. But you have to take into consideration, if you buy a hanging heavy bag, you now have to get something to hang it on. Now, it's not going to cost you anything extra if you were able to hang it from something attached to your house, right? But if you have to get like a hangman stand or a heavy bag stand, that's chalk up another $200 to even $500. Those hangman stands, $300 to $500. So that boils down to what kind of budget you're working with, what kind of home gym you're building out, and again, what is your intentions when it comes to having a heavy bag in your home gym. So I hope this was helpful. I know a lot of people are building out their home gyms. I know that's the thing right now, and those people are looking to putting a heavy bag in their gym for an alternate or additional means of conditioning. I think it's a great means of conditioning. I do it several times a week. So I applaud you on really considering this as a way to get your cardio in. And I hope that I was able to give you some information that can make you make a better decision. If you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to put those in the comments. I'm really good about answering those questions. And I really hope this video was helpful. Okay, as always, don't forget, keep fighting for fit, no excuses. And we will see you in the next video.